Okay. We've had them as young as 10 to 18. At the age of 18, they go to the county. Some of them are here for shoplifting.
Shoes outside your doors,
Auto theft.
I didn't really make friends.
I see your light blinking.
I started drinking.
Arson.
My mom was on drugs. My mom went to jail for 4 years.
I have 8 assault charges.
Just an angry person.
At some point in their lives,
There had to have been a person.
I'm scared of the future. I feel caught up in stuff. Like, I felt like nobody understood me.
I don't think I'm a bad kid.
there had to have been.
It's the question itself.
It's a lot of rage.
Some people got, skeletons in the closet.
It's like burns on the inside to really think about it.
These kids got freaking demons.
When I was 14, I was raped.
Child molestation, rape, and all the way to murder.
There had to have been a person
That made them feel happy.
as happy as my splat pink hair.
Hope is the only thing they have left to cling on to because reality has nothing to offer these kids.
Seeing parents do things we shouldn't have seen them do.
At some point,
There had to have been a person
That made me feel loved.
loved as a small baby bluebird.
In Mama Bluebird's nest.
There had to have been someone.
someone
It's just a poetic idea.
who cares so much about his beloved craft.
This act of writing is an act of resilience. It's an act of responding to the greatest pain.
And these broken kids.
I do feel this is what I was meant to do. So these guys are going back to H Hall. I need someone, but knock, knock, no one's there.
That someone is poet Richard Gold,
What's love like?
who created a poetry project called Pongo,
This is very beautiful.
matching mentors.
There's this thing in poetry where I call a simile.
Love is like drowning in an ocean.
That your mom is currently incarcerated right now? Yeah.
You guys really close?
Kind of like a lot of call and response,
There's a lot of problems, you said.
So tell me how fast these things are moving through your head.
You said that's a sad thing.
When's the last time you saw your dad? So let's try a question, Paul.
With teens.
I get sentenced in a couple days.
I see.
But the reality is what?
Struggles and pain will come and go in my life.
We'll figure out how to put that into a poem.
Without the truth, the pain will only grow.
That someone can say, there had to have been someone who cared about me. I can't remember, but there had to have been.
There had to have been someone
My life consists of being in a cell.
in so much pain
I've been through a lot.
here in jail that he or she
You have to get it out somehow.
had to do something.
The longer you repress it and bottle it up, the longer it's going to haunt you.
For one teen, that something was to write these words.
There had to have been someone.
Words that started Chantel's poem and this story
There had to have been.
about what happens inside the walls
I'm addicted to...
Misbehaving.
Sure.
at the Juvenile Detention Center in Seattle
I look forward to seeing Richard every Tuesday.
in D Hall.
That's how we let it all out.
I like to ask them, if you could paint your life, what would it look like?
I felt outside and unaccepted.
I was in trouble with prostitution.
I want to be influenced by life beyond the streets.
I'm really nervous.
How do you fix this? I do not know.
The jailed teens are free to dig deep.
I was a kindergartner with dreams of being a stripper, and I know there are other girls like me.
But for me, with my God now, I feel disconnected, like the devil took his place.
Everyone in here has a story to tell.
Stories they've kept inside until now.
Getting words out there that no one ever hears.
Who's important to you in your life? And she goes, there isn't anyone.
There just isn't.
I'm like, really? There's no one important in your life? But she's like, well, there had to have been.
Hasn't always been this way.
And I said, that's it.
There had to have been a person that made me feel important.
There's your poem.
I just thought you should know that
The goal is producing a poem that allows healing.
letting that pain out.
If you can't say it, then write it.
Then it got crazy. Bipolar disorder.
It's really awesome to spark these words in their mind.
The pain that you caused me taught me a lesson. I just don't want you to hate me.
The poetry can be transformative,
Writing does heal.
the pain unbearable.
Your actions make me hate you.
There's a lot of kids that go through a lot.
That breaks my heart.
Yeah, it was horrible.
By digging deep, maybe then
All of my choices have consequences.
they can begin taking better control of their lives.
I'll never do to them what you did to me.
It's almost magic, right?
Suddenly, instead of going, I'm a terrible person, they're writing about, this is a terrible thing that happened to me.
And terrible things have happened.
This is just what I have written down so far.
Incest, rape, physical abuse.
These are children.
And they feel ashamed.
They learn at an early age
Right.
that they are terrible, terrible people. There's no deeper wound.
I used to drive home from this place in tears hearing some of these kids' stories.
Most of us write down our pain.
Rose says for her, poetry is like putting pain on paper. Her words.
And pain on paper? Absolutely.
Wow, I might have to steal that line. That's a great line.
It's also joy.
I need to better myself.
It's also confusion on paper.
I'm happy that I'm about to be a dad, but I don't know if I'm ready.
It's the first step to becoming different.
Ice Cream Man. Sometimes when I look into your eyes, I see violence against me.
Rose's poem is on page 26, published in a book of poetry entitled
There had to have been someone.
Chantel's poem.
And I was kind of surprised that mine got published because I didn't think it was that good.
I've seen a lot, done a lot.
Davina's poem is a work in progress. She calls it Dear Mom.
Taking me to drug houses, letting people do what they wanted to me so you could score. I'm going to be more than you were. I'm going to make you proud of me. Just thought you should know that I love you.
There's not enough hours in the day, days in the year.
I feel that I could help more kids. I typed up your poems.
To get to all the teens
Have your poems.
Richard Gold and his team want to reach.
Keep writing. Do it, ma'am.
But at the end of the day,
Those poems are wonderful.
The kids thank us and we thank them.
Thank you.
Good luck to you.
Take care of yourself.
Bye, thanks.
for this shared experience,
You did that. What's your reaction?
Oh, I feel good.
Yeah.
now you know
I see what you're saying.
who that someone is.
There had to have been someone.
That made me feel loved.
Those someones, plural,
There had to have been.
are in here
To help them succeed.
every Tuesday.
I hope you're proud of it.
John Sharifi,
It's just so powerful.